Good.
Recording live? Hi there, my name is Mario. We're here at 2015 Storage Visions Conference in conjunction with 2015 CES. And I've got Brian here from PowerRox. So Brian's background is in the server enterprise power management systems. Brian, can you tell us about some opportunities for young professionals in the storage world and in the power management perhaps?
Sure. Well, there's a lot of major paradigm shifts going on right now, particularly in the world of power. It's an exciting time with the trends in SoCs, power SoCs, and really the integration of power from onboard power to moving onto the chip, and utilizing some of the new wide bandgap technologies to have much higher switching frequencies in the power supplies. It's a totally new, like I said, a paradigm shift in the way power is going to be done. And so for young guys coming out, one, it's great that there are actual power programs now. No one 20 years ago said, I'm going to be a power engineer coming out of school. But now they can apply that in new ways that they kind of have to get into the chip side of things too. And because that integration is just the way of the future. So I like to optimistically envision that 20 years from now, when we look at a board, a server board, a computer board, or anything, you'll basically see a lot of ICs, and you almost won't even see the power because it'll be integrated. And you'll basically have to go to a museum to see what a power supply on a board looks like. So that requires a total shift in thinking, design, collaboration from the key stakeholders of the traditional development team. And so
that's quite interesting actually, because as we move towards integrated circuits, the reason we can do that is because we have higher switching speeds, right? We have higher switching frequency. What do you see? What are some of the challenges there with integrated circuits, in particular when it comes to power design? Is it with the digital control that we're adding onto it, with the ADCs, or is it with the MOSFETs themselves?
Oh, well, it's definitely in the powertrain layout. Actually, quite the contrary on for the actual control part of it, right? The MIPS available now and today far exceed, what are necessary. Certainly for today, tomorrow, and that roadmap is well ahead of the power needs. So the computing power for digital, in respect to both control, management, telemetry, and everything, is not an issue. But there are some major challenges right now with being able to integrate some of these wide bandgap devices. Particularly right now, I think kind of leading the pack with certainly in the what I call the lower power world of computing. GaN, gallium arsenide types of silicon carbide for the higher power front end stuff. And so right now they're reaching a good point, of two key inflection points, both in price for silicon parity as a solution, not a component, I should say, and then also in terms of reliability and all that. They've been very promising on paper and kind of in the lab, but now there's been enough time where there's data to show it can meet enterprise types of reliability in the powertrain application. So now it's actually more, I think, of a challenge in terms of rethinking the way that the design is done for the power designer, and really having to take in some layout considerations and mitigating the concerns. Well, I should say that the real challenges with a real driver that's meant to actually drive a FET that can switch as fast as some of these devices do. So things that were somewhat more negligible in the past, like parasitics, ESL, things like that, I know absolutely critical. So understanding that these faster FETs aren't just drop-in replacements for their silicon analogs, part of the pun, is really key to that. So the device companies too have to really step up their support. They have to be proactive in educating the customer and being patient with them too, to really have it all come together and to take off in the way that we'd like it to.
That sounds great. It sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for young professionals to innovate and continue to drive our 21st century. So Mario Milicevic here at IEEE Young Professionals. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Bye.